guys, today we're going to talk about generating fractions. Generating. Okay, making different fractions. Okay, why would you have to generate a fraction? Well, when you are adding fractions, which we'll get into in a couple of days, when you are adding fractions, you have to be able to change them to the common denominator to be able to add them, okay? Oh, that's more precious. And another reason to generate fractions is to be able to compare them, so that you're talking about, if you're talking about force, you're talking about force. If you're talking about eighths, you're talking about eighths. It's just an easy way to see it. So we're going to talk about generating fractions. So for example, we know that the identity property tells me that anytime I multiply a number by 1, I get that number. So if I multiply 25 times 1, I get 25. If I multiply 1,000 times 1, I get 1,000. 1,000,000 times 1, I get 1,000,000. Well, in fractions, the identity property works the same way, except I can get the fraction in the form that I need it in. So let's say that I have thirds, 1/3, and I need to compare it to 2/6. I can change 1/3 to 6 by using the identity property, which would be whenever my numerator and denominator are the same, then I know that I'm multiplying by 1 and I get the same number. So 1 times 2 equals 2, 3 times 2 equals 6. So of course 2/6 is the same as 1/3. They're the same as. So that is generating equivalent fractions. And for example, if I have 3/4 and I want to generate a fraction, I can use any number as long as this number on top is the same as the number on bottom. That tells me that's 1. Anytime you have 5 out of 5, you have 1 whole. So 3 times 5 equals 15. 4 times 5 equals 20. So I have generated the fraction to 15/20. 15/20 is equal to 3/4. It's the same as generating fractions.